Hello guys. So looking at GDP USD, you can see that from structure, this is our high when this was what caused the high. And you can see it has been retested. Then now we now have a break of structure. Yeah, you can call that a break of structure. But we know that we have some untested demand over here. So this whole zone was just a range from I think the 15 minutes time frame. Let me find it. Yup, you can see it. So I marked this whole range, this whole candle over here, because when you start seeing a lot of from the smaller time frame now, okay, you can see a lot of demand. You can see a lot of demand. This is demand. This is demand. This is demand. This is demand. So what you just do, just instead of you to just be worried about where the exact point market is going to come from. So what I just do is just I just go to the bigger time frame and just find the whole range. Then I just wait. Immediately price enters into this black zone. I just start waiting for my entry. I know for sure that that's where price will reverse. I don't really care the exact place it's going to reverse. So from on Friday, from on Friday, I was seeing this trend line. Yeah, I was seeing this trend line. So it was 6 o'clock. So I was like, okay, can I get a reaction from here? Like, can I get a reaction from there? Then here will be like an inducement. Yeah, so I waited for price over there. I waited for price over there because what I actually wanted was just like in I think it was Euro USD. I wanted something like this so that continue price up because you can see above we have a zone. We have zone over here, monthly average daily zone over here. So but what happened was that this whole trend line was all liquidity. Thank God to the 5 minutes time frame when price was at the zone. You can see, gave me nothing, gave me nothing, not a single bearish candle or even something like a liquidity. It gave me nothing. So we know that when price makes a higher high, what do you expect? We expect price to fall down a bit. So yes, we expect price to fall down. So when price made this higher high, I was just anticipating. I was just anticipating. So I was anticipating a sell. So from the 5 minutes time frame now, you can see when it broke this higher high, you can see that it's kind of this was the previous range. You can see the range. So it kind of broke this range. Okay, it broke that range with a strong bearish candle, this candle. So I was like, okay, I think I should start monitoring the time frame now. So when I started monitoring, there's no way I will this right here does not look good. There's no take of liquidity or whatsoever. So I cannot take it an entry over here. So I was like, okay, let me wait a little bit. Let me wait a little bit for maybe I will expect something like this. I was expecting maybe price will grab the liquidity, then break structure again. So if we're going to the 5 minutes again, you can see price rather rather retested this whole zone over here. It retested the zone, then did what? Then broke structure to the downside. It broke structure now to the downside, so I just took an entry right here. So I just took an entry. and looking from the from AUD USD, from AUD USD and um AUD USD and Euro USD. So what I was actually waiting for was like this my thought process over here, because this entry is kind of different. Because first of all, this would have been a good this break of supply demand over your zone rather would have been a good entry to put an, but this is not clear. Are you getting me? So what I just did now was that, okay, I said, okay, let me wait for a reaction, and you can see after this reaction, you can see it broke, it came down, broke this zone. So instead of wasting more time, I just took an entry. So I just took an entry over there. Yeah, right here it was, you can see it did not touch, but on MT4 it entered price, it touched on MT4. But another way you could have entered this entry too, if you are not too sure, if you are not too sure, because I was going to be busy by this time of the day, so I just put the entry, but I made sure my stop loss was there in case. But assuming, because because normally because normally it would have been better if this high was broken. It would have been better if we had something like this that was broken. Then I'll be more confident to take this trade. Are you getting me? So it might be better if it did like this, but I just did it anyways. But normal in this case, what you should do is just mark your zone, then you wait for a reaction. Then you marked your zone from the 5 minutes. You marked your zone from the 5 minutes. Are you getting me? So now mark your zone from the 5 minutes. Then now you are not allowed to go. You can now go to the 1 minute. You can see structure. You can see demand mitigation, demand again pushes price. Okay, but there's no high taking. Are you getting me? There's nothing taking any high here. There's no high taking. So it means that there's no high taking there. So it means that this is the demand that is still holding. Are you getting me? That's the real demand that is still holding. So after this one, it took liquidity anyways. Now it broke. Then now it finally breaks. So this is where I will start looking for entry. Clearly, you can see this entry over here. You can see this entry. So what I will just do, take this one. That'll be my first entry. Take that one. Then you can see this zone. Was the last point of supply. So you can take this one soon. It's still the same thing, like following the system, the same rules, following the system. So, but actually, this my trade. You can see it never got to my TP. My TP was somewhere. Yeah, you can see it. It never got to my TP. Never got to my TP because of, and besides, I was not even monitoring the trades to see. I was not around when this one happened. When this entry happened, I was not around, so I was not even, because when I take this entry, I will just close this other one. So, but even if you took an entry here, you took your own trade maybe in the middle, or rather even here, took it here. Mm. This one, the one I took, would have been a 1 to 16, assuming I was there to take my profit there. But okay, from this trade now, ah, oh my god, I really miss this trade. I really miss this. A good 1 to 40, a good 1 to 40. So that's it. So to recap on this one, you can see after the higher high, price gave a kind of broke the flow of demand. So waited, we did not get a sweep of liquidity, but we got a break of structure. So what happened now is we check our zone, we confirm our zone for the 5 minutes. Then in the 1 minute, you can see this was the high, but nothing broke the high to give us a liquidity. to take liquidity then break structure. Rather, so it means that this low over here was a real low. Are you getting me? So assuming this assuming this it broke structure, this broke structure, it means this low would have been relevant, but this low is not real. It's not real at all because there was no break of structure. So that's why this was the main low over here until it got broken. I get it. So until it got broken. So that's it. So after it got broken, take your entry from the zone, from the range that caused the break of structure, and the one above that took liquidity. So you can see the one that breaks structure was the one that gave us the entry. So 1 to 40. So thank you guys.